When we think of animals that could be considered symbols of spring or rebirth, we typically think of animals like rabbits and baby chicks. But there's another animal that could easily take the place of these other two. And in today's episode, we're going to find out why. Hi, I'm here with a children's educational channel, and we love to learn about all sorts of things, including animals. So sit back and get ready to learn all about hares and why they read symbols of spring and rebirth. The first reason we chose to do an episode about hares is because we had several requests from our viewers asking us to do what? So, if you have an idea for a future episode, don't forget to let us know by leaving us a comment below. And who knows, maybe we'll feature your suggestion in a future episode. Now, let's get to learning. The hare is a large species of rabbit found throughout the northern hemisphere. As of 2020, there are 31 recognized species of hares, all of which belong to the genus Hares. The name hare comes from the Old English hare, which itself may have derived from the Proto-German, which related to hare. There are several physical characteristics that help distinguish hares from rabbits. For one, hares are generally larger than most rabbits and have longer ears and a longer tail. Their hind legs are also proportionally longer than those of a rabbit, which gives them a distinctive hopping gait. When running, hares typically take longer strides than rabbits and can reach speeds of up to 45 miles per hour. They can also jump up to 9 feet in a single leap. While rabbits are usually associated with a more docile nature, hares tend to be more skittish and elusive, preferring to stay hidden in their burrows during the day and only venturing out at night. Hares are primarily herbivores, feeding on grasses, herbs, and the bark of young trees. Some species are also known to be quite destructive, particularly in agricultural settings where they can cause significant damage to crops. Hares are polygamous animals, meaning that males will often compete for the right to mate with females. During mating season, which typically occurs in the spring, males will establish territories and use scent marking and visual displays to attract potential mates. Once a female is in heat, she will be receptive to mating for only about 12 to 14 hours. After a gestation period of around 40 days, females will give birth to a litter of up to 5 kits. Unlike rabbits, who typically give birth to their young in a nest, hares give birth in shallow depressions called forms, which are often located near rocks or other natural features. Young hares are able to see and move about shortly after being born and are weaned after about 6 weeks. Now that we know a little bit about hares, let's talk about why they are symbols of spring and rebirth. One of the main reasons for this is because hares are associated with the vernal equinox, which occurs around March each year. The vernal equinox is the astronomical start of spring in the northern hemisphere and is a time when day and night are of equal length. Hares were thought to be symbols of fertility and rebirth, representing the renewal of life that occurs with the arrival of spring. During the Middle Ages, hares were often depicted in Christian art as symbols of Christ's resurrection. This is because the hare's ability to jump over obstacles was seen as a metaphor for Christ's triumph over death. In some legends, hares were said to have been present at the crucifixion of Christ and were even said to have participated in the search for his body after he died. Another reason hares are associated with spring and rebirth is because of their life cycle. As we mentioned earlier, hares typically give birth to their young in the early spring. This means that hares are one of the first animals to produce offspring in the northern hemisphere, which makes them a symbol of new life and the beginning of a new cycle. So there you have it. Hares are associated with spring and rebirth for a number of reasons, including their physical characteristics, their behavior, and their life cycle. If you enjoyed learning about hares, be sure to leave us a comment below. And if you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode. We'll see you next time.